I'd like to pass along a true story about Donald Trump giving a Ninja Turtles video game to Michael Jackson as a gift, and some might say the game was stolen. The story comes from Donald Trump Jr.'s 2019 book Triggered. I'll read the passage and then we'll break it down. There was also Michael Jackson, who lived in Trump Tower and with whom I played video games. One day in Eric's room, my father saw how much Michael enjoyed playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with us on Nintendo, and told him he could take the game home. My game! To this day, Eric says it was his game because it was in his room, but I know whose game it was. I'd worked a summer job to pay for it. And here was Michael Jackson, probably a billionaire at this point, and he took it. So that's the story from the book Triggered by Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. also shared the same Ninja Turtle story during an interview in 2019. Here's a clip.
Michael Jackson used to come up and he was our neighbor at Trump Tower, right? So I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Michael Jackson. Now this was
what year was this?
This was early 90s. This was peak Michael, maybe even late 80s, right?
Okay.
We're playing Nintendo and Michael really likes the game, and so my dad walks in and goes, "Well, why don't you take the game, Mike?" So I'm sitting there
Wait,
my
your
parents
dad gave Michael the video game?
My Nintendo game. My parents made us work for the things that we wanted. I think it was one of the great things they actually did for us. So it was that took me whatever it was time to earn it. I'm pretty sure Michael could have called Nintendo and be like, "Hey, send me over one of those." It wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah, I think his catalog's $1 billion.
And he was like, he just took it.
I think this is a funny story, and I think it's great that it involves the TMNT. You can tell the story is real because, in true Donald Trump fashion, he gave away someone else's property as a gift. Only Trump would do that. Here's a picture of young Donald Trump Jr. with his dad around the time this story happened. Trump is a billionaire and he's giving away his kid's game. And Michael Jackson is even wealthier and 30 years old, and he takes the game from Donald Trump Jr., who's a child. I wonder which Ninja Turtles video game it was. It could have been the first Nintendo Ninja Turtles video game, which came out in June of 1989. Maybe young Donald Trump Jr. was working his summer job and bought the game right when it came out. But the first Nintendo video game is single player, and he makes it seem like they were all playing together and having fun. And I've got to be fair, the first Turtles video game on Nintendo isn't that fun. Maybe they were playing TMNT 2, the arcade game. It's cooperative, it's multiplayer, and it's a lot more fun and easy to pick up than the first NES game. TMNT 2, the arcade game, came out for Nintendo in December 1990. So maybe they were playing in late 1990 or early 1991, around the time Secret of the Ooze came out. This was still during peak Turtle Mania. I wish I could confirm with Trump Jr. which Ninja Turtles game it was. Maybe it was the Manhattan Project, the third Ninja Turtles video game on Nintendo. It's great to think that Michael Jackson was a Turtles fan. Michael Jackson also has another connection to the TMNT through Steve Barron, the director of his Billie Jean music video, who went on to direct the 1990 Turtles movie. Well, that's the story of Donald Trump stealing a TMNT video game to give to Michael Jackson. If you enjoyed watching, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Ninja Turtles videos.